It isn't always that one gets invited to test a vehicle like the latest Mercedes-Benz C-Class to the limit. And when the invite comes, grab it, as some lucky members of the media did. The opportunity is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, except that is if you choose to buy a Mercedes-Benz. That's because Mercedes-Benz and Daimler have programs to help the new Mercedes-Benz owners and sometimes prospective Mercedes-Benz buyers learn how to fully benefit from all the new technologies that makes driving a Benz safer and more enjoyable. One program is called the See for Yourself Driving Experience. Katz Motors, local distributors of Benzes, hosted the event for local Benz owners and prospective buyers. Professional driving instructors from Mercedes-Benz, led by William Dams, Florian Franz, Sven Schroeder, and Johan Hayes, flew into town. Katz Motors provided several brand new C-Class vehicles, from the Elegance to the Avant-Garde and the AMG Sport. Several special courses were set up at the Diosdado Macapagal Airport Complex in Clark, Pampanga. And for 1 week, Katz Motors invited local clients, prospective buyers, and guests to experience driving Benzes to the limit.
First of all, Andros, I'd like to thank you very much, and Katz Motors, and of course Felix Sang and Greg Yu for having us here in this experience that can not only teach us to drive safely, but also demonstrate to us the facility and the high technological breakthroughs that Mercedes-Benz has applied into its vehicles.
Yes. Well, we have always been very, very excited to come up with this event. It's all about the active safety experience, active safety driving, and because we're trying to follow Mercedes' vision of accident-free driving, and so we want to communicate that through our cars. Like especially with the new C-Class, it has got all the safety features that it needs when you can still enjoy driving, performance, and with the assurance of that you'll be safe wherever. I mean, right in this country, you know, accident rates are very high, and this safety is always should be a number one factor to consider when purchasing a car.
We have with us the chief instructor. He's a professional driver actually, and we call him Wilm. He's here to explain to us one of the exercises that we're doing here for Mercedes-Benz. Can you, what exactly is the objective of this first exercise that we're going through?
So the idea about the training is that we give our guests the opportunity of experiencing all the safety features that they buy on their car. Once that they buy a new C-Class, they get a lot of electronical help systems, and we want to make them experience how this system works.
Over a number of days, batches of Benz owners and guests arrive for the day-long driving course.
First of all, we want to present you the new C-Class.
The day starts with a main briefing where Dams and other driving instructors gave them the lowdown on the cutting-edge technologies in the new generation C-Class. The participants are then divided into color-coded groups, each assigned to different driving instructors as they tackle each of the special courses.
Then we have the team leader for the yellow group, which is Mr. Sven Schroeder.
3 courses were set up to highlight the new technologies developed by Mercedes-Benz engineers to make the C-Class a very enjoyable and yet safe drive. One course outlined by pylons to simulate a double lane change.
So actually the setup of the exercise, as you have done it up to now, is actually a double lane change. So you have to imagine that you are driving and suddenly somebody is coming out of a street in front of you, and mostly your first reaction will be to jump on the brakes, which will be another exercise that we will simulate also. Here in this exercise, the obstacle is so close that you don't even have the time to brake. The only thing that we can do is just avoid the obstacle. And by avoiding the obstacle, the car becomes unstable, and therefore you will have the assistance of the ESP, Electronic Stability Program, first of all. Secondly, in this exercise, we have a new system on the Mercedes-Benz car, which is called Pre-Safe, which will also support us in this exercise.
The Benzes take the double lane change safely and easily, even with drivers new to the maneuver.
That was very good. It handled really, really well. We just did an emergency maneuver test, and the thing handled really, really well. Especially the AMG version of the Benz. Well, I learned that you're going to have to be really foolish to get in trouble in one of these.
I felt it was really direct, and I can feel all the gizmos working, like ESP, pre-safe. So I think it's a very dynamic and safe car.
It was good. It was a nice car to drive. Didn't expect it would handle so well for a sedan car. The interior is really nice, and it's pretty fast.
Another course takes advantage of the fire trucks at the International Airport to wet the pavement, to showcase the C-Class anti-lock brake system.
So now we have this exercise where you ask us to accelerate to about 80 kilometers per hour and slam on our brakes, and then try to avoid some pylons in there. What is this exercise aimed to prove as far as Mercedes cars are concerned?
So actually this exercise is a very realistic exercise. It's where we try to imagine that somebody pulls up in front of us, and of course our first reaction is to slam the brakes. Now, thanks to the ABS system, which Mercedes has developed in 1978 already, it gives us the possibility that we can brake and avoid an obstacle at the same time. And that's what we want to teach our customers or our prospects, that they know how to use the ABS system in a proper way. Second part of the exercise here is also now we have an adaptive lighting system on the cars, which is a system which wants to prevent behind coming traffic that you are making an emergency braking situation, and therefore you can see the rear braking lights flashing up to prevent behind coming traffic.